I also want to thank Fritz for inviting me to this program today. Yes. I met him at Indie Opera Day, which was a couple of weeks ago, and Wendy organized that wonderful event. And this is another sign of how we as authors support each other. Because books are not like other consumer products. You could buy one refrigerator or one watch or one car, but you can buy multiple books. Let me repeat that. You can buy multiple books. And there's a book out there for every reader. There's a writer out there who's writing something that you may like or you might need. And maybe what you might like is a book about a troubled father and his homeless son and the traumas that they must overcome. And that's what I wrote in the remainders. Now, when I write a book, it's usually because of some problem that I'm dealing with in my life. And I wrote the remainders in 2016 during a rather difficult time in our family. And it was a time where I had to confront a lot of difficult things that had been going on and where I questioned myself. And by writing my way through my problems, by writing this book, I was able to find solutions and hope. And that's what I would like to do for you as readers. It also gave me a chance to throw in a little bit of family history. In a past life, I was a president of a Little League. And if you ever have a chance to be a president of a Little League, don't. The kids are great, the parents are a different story. So this baseball actually makes an appearance in a scene that I'm going to be reading to you. And just to set the scene for you, the troubled father in this story is Dr. Oliver Glass. He has 2 children with his ex-wife, Teresa. One of them is his now homeless son, Dylan. And Oliver is dating a new woman. She's another doctor at their hospital, and she has 2 sons. David, who is their older son, and Moshe, who's their younger son, and they both play Little League. And in this scene, Oliver is taking David to his baseball game. David sat quietly on the way to Heroes Park. A glance in the rearview mirror showed me why. He had his earbuds in, and he bobbed his head to the music. The iPod was a birthday gift from his father. There was no way Rachel would buy her kids their own. An iPhone was out of the question. I was lucky to find a space in the parking lot, and it wasn't too far from the field. I got out, and as David got out of the car, I took a quick glance at his screen. Rachel couldn't have possibly let him download that song. Hold on, let me get the microphone. I should have done this earlier, but here we go. There you go. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I waited until he pulled out his earbuds. Aren't you a little young to be listening to that type of music? It gets me pumped for the game. I opened the lift gate and hoped he had a radio edit version of that song. As David pulled out his bag, something in the bed caught his attention. Is that your glove? I forgot about the glove. It was a softball glove that I bought when Muriel started playing. We used to play catch in the park. I later used it with Dylan when he played. It wasn't made for baseball, but I had broken it in enough by then so that I could grip baseballs with it. I kept it in the back of my Explorer. When I gave the Explorer to Dylan, I moved the glove to my Nissan Pathfinder. When the Pathfinder got totaled, I moved the glove to my new Lexus. I didn't know why I kept the glove with me long after I stopped playing catch with the kids, or I didn't know until David asked me. I nodded. Can you warm me up? Sure. I smiled and reached into the bed for my glove. It felt stiff from sitting unused for years. I flapped it once and opened it and closed it to loosen it up. David walked down a slope to an open strip of grass next to the AA field. I followed him down and picked a spot a few yards away from him. I kept flapping the glove open and closed, but it still felt stiff. David already had his bat bag open and his glove on. I called out to him, "Do you have a ball?" He pulled out a ball and tossed it to me. He had a strong and accurate throw that made the ball pop solidly into my glove. My glove still felt stiff, so I chucked the ball hard into the pocket to loosen it up some more. I did this several times until I thought the glove was loose enough. I pulled the ball out of the glove and looked at it. It was a yellow baseball that said Saddleback Little League in faded blue print. That was the league Mom would have had me play if I had the heart to continue playing baseball after my dad died, or if Grandma Dinah had allowed me to play. I looked down the field. David held up his glove and wiggled it a little. It was how baseball players said, "Throw it to me." My muscles still remembered the proper mechanics of throwing. I still worried if my throw would be strong and accurate enough. It popped into his glove. He scooped it out of his glove and into his throwing hand. He gave another strong, straight throw that made the ball pop into my glove. I threw it back to him. Then he threw it back to me. We started getting into a rhythm. Throw and pop, throw and pop. The ball made a beige arc towards us. "Dr. Glass," David called out as he started another arc towards me. The ball popped in my glove. "Yes," I shouted as I hurled the ball back. The ball popped in his glove. "How long have you lived with us?" "About 6 months. Why do you ask?" "I don't know anything about you." He threw the ball back. Now, thank you. And if you would like to learn more about David and Oliver and their adventures, the novel The Remainders is one of the books that's available in the drawing. You can also purchase a copy. I have it and my other books, Mastering Table Topics and Amiga, on sale, so stop on by. And thank you for coming to Local Author Day.